Good day, collective. It's your girl, Sadie Rose, coming to you with today's word. And my word is very targeted. Music has been a part of my life for a long time. And as long as I have been alive, I have known the power of it. It is the universal language of the universe, it is God's language to all of us. So that even where you don't understand words, you still can feel the message conveyed. I remember growing up, my sister used to sing. I used to cry. Even as a tiny child, I used to cry from the emotion and the feeling that I would get from when she would sing, which is why it has been manipulated and controlled by the powers that were. And now now we're seeing these gatekeepers very much come being exposed, identified, although this is just the beginning. And it is just breaks my heart because I know and I've seen like how so many of our talented actors, actresses, singers who really their art, their expression is so magnificent, being just destroyed and just eaten up and deteriorated by the powers that were when they enter into these soul contracts, either intentionally or unintentionally, and how their untimely demises happen so tragically to so many, especially when they started to speak about liberation, when they start talking about unity, when they start talking about Mother Earth, when they started talking about, how we need to rebel, when they have really amassed movements for the people, they were set upon by the powers that were. And it continues today, y'all. You don't even need to be talented to be a celebrity. Y'all see all these people out here, all these talentless celebrities now. All you got to do is like have a certain look, and most looks might not even be natural anymore. But I'm sick of that, y'all. Which brings me to the word today. Why do we entertain these celebrity feuds? Let's throw that low frequency garbage away. Real talk. I admire the youth out here. Gen Z, I know a lot of people talk stuff about you. I admire millennials too. I'm an old millennial, y'all. I'm the millennial that uses the cane. But like, I admire y'all. I admire that you are sick of the illusions. You are sick of the lies. You are sick of the garbage that a lot of us that are older have just we have gotten normalized to trauma. We've gotten normalized to lies. We've gotten normalized to illusions, and y'all are calling it out and saying enough. And when people try to use you and exploit you and take from you, and y'all stand up for yourselves. You call it out. And so here's my call to action to the younger folks and people my age, y'all, like millennials and older. Like, come on, y'all. Don't y'all see what's happening? Let's stop giving energy to low vibration activity. So when we see rappers arguing with each other, y'all, it broke my heart when I saw one of my favorite rappers who was so talented. I'll never forget one of his first albums that came out. It was a masterpiece. Really talking about stuff, showing people about our community, showing people how we live, making people understand through his words, through his art, what it is like to be of that environment, so they actually would care and relate. To see him in a feud, a baseless feud that was just petty, like, it was all commercial. It was all about money. And I know the powers that were controlling the strings on that. And what did people do? People fed into it. People reposted it. It would stop. All the songs wouldn't stop playing. And it just, every time I heard the song, like, click, turn off. I'm not feeding no discord, especially against someone else in my own community. We have to stop feeding the division. We should not give any more energy, y'all. Like, for real. Whenever y'all hear about these artists talking about they argue, because it's every week is somebody else, she got beef with that, or they got shot. What, like, Please don't repost, don't share, don't talk about it with your friends. Like, for real, mute it. Let's mute the banter. Whenever they're coming up with these stories, he left her baby daddy left, whatever, like any negative stuff, that's their personal life. If they want to go beef, let them beef. Y'all, we got our own beef. We got enough beef. Each one of us collectively. I know I do. I don't need to know about anybody else. I don't need to talk to nobody else about anybody other stuff. I got enough of my own, and so do you. I'm sure you do. Let's talk about something that matters. Let's, like, all my spiritual influencers, artists, musicians, please, 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 stop talking about unaliving other people. Or just any artist. If you're an artist, why are you doing that? Stop talking about negative things. Stop talking about doing drugs. Like, can you talk about something substantive? Tell us about your life. Tell us about your story. Tell it to people so that they understand and can relate, and maybe they can care to make a difference so that other people like you don't have to go through what you went through. How about you make music that actually makes people think, that makes people feel? Because most of this music today is like, it doesn't make you feel. Like, even growing up in the 80s, y'all, we were like, I feel like we were so blessed. We had so much good music. It made us feel good. We were vibing. I don't feel that today. It's just baseless. It's like everybody is getting off on very ego-based things, like how much money I have, or how many guns do I have, or how many women do I have, how many men do I have, or forget a man, forget the woman. It's like, y'all, the division isn't just among communities, among the youth, like we're promoting unaliving each other, which is happening, or doing these drugs and like wanting to unalive yourself because life has no meaning. That's another thing. And then also a division between the man and the woman. The man and the woman division is crazy. All I hear is music from both sides talking about how the other ain't nothing and how I'm doing what I need to do. But what about the family? And I ain't got for real, what about the family? And what about relationships? Because even if, it's someone of a different sexual orientation, they still could be talking about relationships that are not really healthy. Can we start promoting healthy relationships? Like, for real. I mean, y'all probably like, oh, that's boring. But y'all, I see some spiritual artists out here, and they are getting it. They are really getting it. This music that they're putting out there, I feel it. They're talking about knowing themselves. They're talking about becoming spiritually inclined. They're talking about becoming closer to God and the cosmos. And they're talking about reflecting on their life and the trauma and the pain and how they've transmuted it. It's actually interesting. I want to hear it. And it's not just because I'm old, but I am old. But it's not just because I'm old. They're actually talking about something. They're actually making me feel. And I just want to say, if you are a young, inspiring artist, be mindful of the sharks out here, because people in the industry who are karmic, who are demonic, will try to reach out to you and get you to sign a contract. So read that contract just to control you, just to control your content, just to make sure you don't really blow up. So make sure that you get an attorney to look that over and have some flexibility about the content that you're able to release via YouTube or via TikTok or Instagram or Snapchat. Like, don't let them shut your content down, because you should be free to express yourself on whatever medium you want. I understand that, that you would have a brand and that you would have social media, influencers to help you promote it, but do not let them restrict you. And if you are in a contract right now and it's restrictive, get you an attorney and make sure that you're looking over to see if they've breached any of those terms of your contract, so you can get up out, so you can be truly who you're meant to be. Because we need artists today, especially musicians, to change the frequency of music, because that, I'm telling y'all, is a big factor as to why so many people are hypnotized. I hope this makes sense. I hope this resonates. Love y'all. Peace.